Is something happening inside you right now that you have not yet found words for. A sense that you are not moving, that no matter how much effort you apply, the distance between where you are and where you believed you would be by now has not closed. You have tried, you have planned, and yet something essential is missing. You cannot name it, but you feel it every single day. And in the quiet moments, when the noise of activity fades, that feeling grows louder, not into panic, but into something more unsettling. A slow, persistent whisper that asks, "Is this as far as I go?" If that is where you are tonight, I want you to stay with me, because what I'm about to share with you is the one discovery that changed everything for me. And once you understand it, truly understand it, nothing about the way you live your life will ever be quite the same. There is a secret. It is not hidden in a vault. It is not protected by the powerful few. It has been available to every human being who has ever walked this earth. And yet, the vast majority of men and women will live their entire lives and never discover it. Here it is. We become what we think about. Read those words again. Let them sit. We become what we think about. All day long, every hour, every moment. The mind is the most powerful force in the known universe, and it works with absolute precision. Feed it a goal, a dream, a clear image of what you intend to become, and it will move with staggering efficiency towards that end. Feed it fear, doubt, confusion, and emptiness, and it will deliver those with equal precision. Most people never realize they are programming their own minds. They think their thoughts are happening to them. They are not. The man who drifts through the day reacting to whatever the world places before him, that man is letting someone else write the code. The man who rises with intention, who directs his mind towards a single worthy purpose, that man is the author of his own life. Consider a ship, a magnificent vessel built to cross oceans. Now imagine that ship leaving port with no destination entered into its navigation. Where does it go? Wherever the current takes it, wherever the wind decides. And where does it end up? On the rocks, run aground. Not because the ship was poorly built, but because no destination was ever set. That's the story of most human lives. Extraordinary capacity, no destination. And the tragedy is not failure. The tragedy is the drift. There was a young boy who arrived in America from Scotland with almost nothing. His family was poor, his education was limited. He worked in a cotton factory at 13 years old, earning $1.20 a week. And yet, by the time he died, Andrew Carnegie had given away $350 million, more than most governments controlled. I once asked Mr. Carnegie, through the years I spent studying every record of his words I could find, how he explained his extraordinary success, and the answer was always the same. He had decided as a young man what he intended to become, and he had held that image with such clarity, such certainty, that it became the filter through which he processed every experience, every setback, every opportunity. He did not drift. He did not react. He decided. And then he thought about his decision every single day until his mind had no choice but to make it real. The human mind cannot distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. Scientists have confirmed what philosophers understood for centuries. When you hold a clear, detailed mental image of the person you intend to become, your nervous system begins to orient itself around that image. Your brain begins scanning the world for evidence, for opportunities, for people and resources that align with your dominant thought. This is not mysticism. This is mechanics. The man who thinks constantly about his limitations will find his limitations everywhere. The man who thinks constantly about his goals will find pathways towards his goals, pathways that were always there but invisible to the man who was not looking for them. What are you thinking about? Right now, this week. In the quiet moments before sleep, what does your mind return to when nothing external demands its attention? Because that, whatever that is what you are becoming.